anywhere?
No. Don't. Pretty who? Don't worry about Pretty. You have Chaos Galvan, Chaos Child, whatever the hell his name is. You take care of him. You let the brains of the operation worry about everything else.
Okay.
You go be the one to beat.
All right.
Big Red's got this. Let me get out of here. Thank you.
Elite Breakout Wrestling is back. And main event tonight, Red Davis going to be defending that World Championship against Chaos Galvan. But we're kicking off tonight with MaXX Rx and Benny Dreamz for Ruff Redemption qualifying.
Hey, look, don't get me wrong. I want to talk about Max and Benny, but real quick, I'm just gonna revert back to Chaos Child, or Chaos Galvan is what he goes by now. He had a #1 contender match against Prince Pretty, and of course, Red Davis had to go in and get, I guess, Chaos Galvan disqualified, which ultimately got him in the position to win the match and be the #1 contender for here tonight. So now Red Davis is on his toes, making sure that Pretty's not around. And I mean, he doesn't look like a fighting champion. If anything, he looks like a scared champion.
And he's going to try to have eyes on the back of his head tonight in that match with Chaos Galvan.
But now let's put some attention on this, because this right here is the final entry match for the Ruff Redemption, Benny Dreamz and MaXX Rx. And this right here is very, very important to MaXX Rx and his mission to be in Red's way. If he can get into the Ruff Redemption, that makes it 2 against 3 of Red's way in the Ruff Redemption. And that's exactly what they want. But Benny Dreamz is here to stop all of that.
And MaXX Rx says that he specifically wants to get in there to help D'Lo Cruz win that briefcase because he wants to prove his loyalty to Red Davis. But Benny Dreamz could give a damn about the loyalty that MaXX Rx has for Red Davis. This is not going to be an easy win for MaXX Rx.
Look, Benny Dreamz is here for himself, man. He's and for the people. Look at that. He is beloved amongst the EBW roster and the EBW fan base. And like you said, he doesn't care about what Mickey Maxwell wants. He wants to win the Ruff Redemption, and he wants to be a world champion one day here in this company.
And Benny Dreamz, it's not lost on him. And get those fans on his side, of course. It's not lost on Benny Dreamz the opportunities that have slipped by him. You know, he had plenty of opportunities to go against Prince Pretty and maybe have been in this match tonight.
And here we have the tail of the tape for Benny Dreamz and MaXX Rx, Mickey, whatever you want to call him. But man, this right here is going to be an absolute banger between the two. They both want the spot, the final spot in the Ruff Redemption. They want to be in the ring with Prodigy, with Jaden, with D'Lo, and with Revan. This right here could change both of their lives.
And they're both determined, very determined tonight in their own ways for their own reasons. And both are going to do what it takes tonight to qualify for that Ruff Redemption ladder match. And look at that wrist lock from Benny Dreamz. And this is not going to be easy for MaXX Rx. I think we're sleeping on the fact that this is one of the most important matches of MaXX Rx's career to get a victory over somebody as talented, as good as Benny Dreamz. This is one of the biggest opportunities he's ever had. And then to also qualify for the Ruff Redemption ladder match. MaXX Rx may want to help D'Lo Cruz win that match, but he's setting himself up too perfectly. Look at MaXX Rx getting out of that wrist lock and coming in with a chop to Benny Dreamz. And MaXX Rx cannot underestimate Benny Dreamz. He's so damn good. Look at that arm drag. Another arm drag from Benny. Perhaps nobody better than Benny Dreamz. Oh, and Enziguri right on the button. And a famous sir, look at that, just dropped all his weight on Mickey Maxwell on that one. Keaton right there on the shoulders, counting that. Nothing's gonna go by him tonight. And Man, what a big spot for both of these men right before the world title match. This isn't just a chance to qualify for Ruff Redemption. This is to send whoever's coming out as champion a message tonight. Look at MaXX Rx. Oh! He's gonna pull out all the stops, and he has to. He has to bring his A game to beat somebody. The pedigree of Benny Dreamz. This is a man who's won championships everywhere he's gone to. He's well decorated.
Very, very well decorated. And loved everywhere he goes, man. Benny Dreamz knows how to put on a show. And the one place that he has not won a title at is EBW, but he can change that tonight if he can be in the Ruff Redemption and reach up and grab that briefcase.
Yeah, this may just be step one in his journey, but it brings him one step closer to championship glory. But look at Max, not going to let Benny Dreamz pull out too far ahead. Beautiful flying European. MaXX Rx, that's one of his vintage maneuvers. And you can scout it all you want, but it comes out of nowhere. And Benny Dreamz finally got to be on the other end of that. Look, Max is looking pretty sharp tonight. He hasn't pulled out ahead of Benny Dreamz just yet. But oh, look at that shoulder tackle from Benny Dreamz. And Benny's coming with it. Oh, STO, or reverse STO. Benny Dreamz almost getting the 3 off of that. And this is a high level of competition for MaXX Rx. Benny Dreamz gonna maybe send MaXX Rx to the outside. Here he goes. Look at that! Reversal from Max! Quick thinking. Oh, super kick on the apron! And watch out, look, there he goes! High risk! MaXX Rx pulling out all the stops!
Let's go, let's get it, come on.
And you gotta remember that MaXX Rx came from the backyard, man. He ain't afraid to get a little dirty.
Yeah, throwing caution to the wind, but that's what you have to do. It matters the most right now. This is a big opportunity for both of these men, and it's time to lock in. And it's nice to see that MaXX Rx is ready to lock in when it's time. Oh, right into the post. He's got Benny Dreamz on the retreat.
And doing everything he can to get into the Ruff Redemption, and Benny next to his girl.
And just got chopped next to his girl. You know, MaXX Rx can't afford to get distracted right now. Watch out! Benny Dreamz with the drop kick!
Benny Dreamz with the drop kick in front of his girl.
Uh-oh, this is not a good position!
Oh!
Benny with the cannonball of his own!
In front of his girl.
Gotta get that one back.
Let's go.
And you gotta imagine that gravel's gotta hurt. And MaXX Rx just got nailed right into all those pebbles. And Benny,
Oh
what's
no.
Benny going for here? This man's crazy, there's no way, watch out! Mid-kick!
And that's a lawsuit.
MaXX Rx
Lawsuit.
with the reversal! He's got Benny down! Diving headbutt! That's gotta be it! No! Benny gets that kick out.
In such perfect form from Mickey Maxwell. That diving headbutt was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, he got all of that, but Benny Dreamz is operating on a different level, and you're gonna have to hit him with everything to keep him down. Look at that tight headlock from MaXX Rx. But Benny Dreamz fighting out with those elbows. Oh, Benny's caught him! Here we go! Side effect! Benny Dreamz! Kick out from Max, getting that left shoulder up. Quick thinking from Benny Dreamz, and that's what you gotta watch out for. In just a split second, all of a sudden you're off your feet, and you're getting pinned by Benny Dreamz. Oh, sweet from MaXX Rx! Benny was trying to go for maybe a kick or something there. But Max, oh, Ushigoroshi might have just snapped the neck of Benny Dreamz. Just rang the bell of Benny Dreamz so hard it might have just ended the match. And if MaXX Rx can get up to the top and hit something, it may very well be over. But he's taking a little bit too much time here, letting the crowd distract him. Watch out, Benny! Insecurity!
Come on!
Oh, and MaXX Rx is not in a good position, Mark Houston. Perched up at the top rope. Benny Dreamz. Oh, he's got Max in the perfect position. No way! No way! Superplex! And if Benny Dreamz can get to the pin, that's gotta be it! There's no way that Max can kick out! No, and he does!
And he does. But the mistake on Maxwell's part was climbing up to the second or the third when Benny Dreamz is in the ring. That's just where he lives. Look,
and it may come to bite him right now.
Look, Jaden Black loves the outside of the ring, but Benny Dreamz lives on that top rope.
Yeah, and that may have just been the beginning of the end if Benny can hit a spear. Look at that! Over the top! Sunset flip, and Max almost steals it there! Oh, and a buzzsaw kick! Quick thinking, quick an agility from MaXX Rx to turn that into a sunset flip. Watch out! Oh, and Benny! He flips over! Spear!
Oh.
I don't know if he got quite all of it, but he was able to get MaXX Rx off his feet, and look at that!
Wow.
Just got the rope in the nick of time. That was great ring awareness from MaXX Rx.
And MaXX Rx trying to hit that red thunder bomb of Benny Dreamz. But Benny Dreamz
had it well scouted.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he's going to the top, and you don't want to be right here when you're facing Benny Dreamz. If he hits that swanton, Mark Houston, it is over.
No.
Look at that! MaXX Rx cuts him off. He's got him up on the shoulders. And another Ushigoroshi! And what's he doing? He should have gone for the pin. What is Max doing? He's wasting valuable time. Oh, he's going for the big one. Stunned. Silence!
Oh!
He just jacked the jaw of Benny Dreamz, and if he can pin him right now, it's over.
That's it.
The leg is hooked.
Welcome to the Ruff.
No!
Oh!
Benny Dreamz kicks out. And that is not the first time we've seen somebody kick out of a stunned silence, Mark Houston. It's starting to add up for Mickey Maxwell. What is he trying to do? Is he trying to set up for a spear? He's going to try to use Benny Dreamz' own move against him. But Benny caught him! Twist of fate! And we know Jeff Hardy, one of Benny Dreamz' greatest idol, and he's about to pay homage to him in the biggest way as he's climbing to the top. MaXX Rx nowhere to go. He's stunned from the twist of fate. And Benny Dreamz, swanton bomb! And Benny Dreamz, the final entrant for the Ruff Redemption.
And that makes 5, ladies and gentlemen. The stage is set for the Ruff Redemption, and Benny Dreamz is on his way there.
And what a match between these two. MaXX Rx gave us everything he could, but in the end, Benny Dreamz is just too damn good.
And you know, and sometimes I have a lot of bad things to say about MaXX Rx, but honestly, nothing but respect for him putting his heart out there against Benny Dreamz. He didn't do anything conniving or menacing like he usually does. I mean, he just went out there and put on a show. So you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna say something nice about him today. Good job, MaXX Rx, for doing for putting your heart out there against Benny.
But on this night, Mark Houston, it just was not enough to put away Benny Dreamz, who just operates on a different level. And now he might be operating on the highest level at the top of the ladder, getting the Ruff Redemption briefcase.
And now the stage is set, like I said, Benny, Jacob Prodigy, D-Lo Cruz, Revan Dark, Jaden Black. I mean, all of the hardest hitting guys we have in EBW are gonna be in one match with nothing but ladders and one goal, and that's to climb it and retrieve the Josh Ruff briefcase. Man, that's gonna be an absolute banger of a match, and I cannot wait for the Ruff Redemption.
And it's like you said, Mark Houston, hardest hitting competitors, hardest hitting match. But you want to talk about a hard hitting match. That's what we're getting up next. Red Davis puts his world title on the line versus Chaos Galvan. And, well, this really should be Red Davis versus Prince Pretty. That's probably what it should be. But thanks to Red Davis causing the disqualification, making Chaos Galvan the technical winner of that match, making him #1 contender, but robbing the opportunity for Prince Pretty.
And you know, I really like Chaos Galvan. You know, I have nothing bad to say about him, but you know, there's kind of a sour taste in my mouth knowing that Prince Pretty should be the one making the entrance right now against Red Davis. But that's not his fault. I mean, take the opportunity while it's there, you know?
That's all you can do. That's all you can do is just try to make the most of the situation. And you know everybody's going to be pulling for Chaos in this match because everyone is just tired of seeing Red Davis do whatever the hell he wants to do. Just throwing his weight around, doing whatever it takes to hold on to that world title. Everybody is sick of it, and they're ready to see this title get off of his waist.
And there they are, the newly crowned world-class tag team champions, Big Red, Little Red, and of course your world champion Red Davis, defending tonight against Chaos Galvan. But man,
and could the Golden Prophecy be reversed tonight?
It could. Honestly, it could. Chaos Galvan is also a decorated champion. Heathens Entertainment, The Wrestle Shop, United 210. You know,
his own promotion.
You know, doing what he does best, and you know he can easily win that belt tonight against Red Davis.
I mean, if you're in the shoes of Chaos Galvan's perspective, you gotta imagine that he's got a fire lit under him tonight because everybody and their mother has been telling him that Prince Pretty is supposed to be in this match. And you gotta imagine that's fueling him tonight. Maybe might be the X factor in this match that pushes him to do what it takes to take that title off of Red Davis tonight.
But we all know that the right thing to do, and if Chaos Galvan were to win tonight, Red Davis is definitely not deserving of a rematch. But I know somebody who is, and that is Prince Pretty. So Chaos Galvan, after tonight, if you walk home with the EBW Championship, please do the right thing and give Prince Pretty the fair shot that he deserves for that title.
And you know he will. I mean, if you know anything about Prince Pretty and Chaos Galvan, they're very close. They work a lot together. They've been in a lot of promotions together, and they're good friends outside of the ring. So you gotta imagine that he's gonna give Prince Pretty the opportunity that he deserves if he's able to put away Red Davis tonight. But if you're Prince Pretty, I mean, it's not enough. You want to be in this match right now, but there's nothing that you can do to make that right. And he's gonna have to just watch and grimace this whole match, basically.
And of course, Red's way out there making sure that Prince Pretty, you know, doesn't interfere with his match tonight.
Yeah, you already know how Prince Pretty feels about that. Red Davis doing anything he can to duck Prince Pretty. He knows that Prince Pretty made him tap out in that world title match, in that triple threat match at War.
I just realized I'm way taller than you.
Wow. Yeah, that's something that Chaos Galvan doesn't always get to say when he's in the ring with people. that he's actually taller than them. But Red Davis, he's a bit of a short king. He's a bit of a short king. But he's no slouch in that ring, and Chaos Galvan cannot overlook Red Davis tonight. That would be a terrible mistake. Oh, beautiful European. Chaos, he could go at 100 miles an hour. You don't want this kid to get going early, but Red Davis, I mean, he's absolutely allowing that right now. Beautiful kick from Chaos. And Keaton calling all of these matches. What a workhorse.
Yeah, absolutely putting in the work. But Little Red already in for the distraction. Come on, man.
Oh! And Sakura to Little Red. Little Red is not a competitor. And you know, Red Davis has got to come to the rescue of his little brother. Say what you will about Red Davis. He's a very family-oriented man. That's why his brothers are always out there with him. He's a firm believer in the family unit. But
yeah,
a firm believer in it to the detriment of others.
Look, if there was a skill of someone who just believes in the power of family, it'd be Red Davis, then Vin Diesel, and
then Paul Walker himself.
Yeah, and then Peter Griffin probably.
Yeah, the Family Guy, of course. Look at Red Davis. He loves the methodical pace. A very big fan of Randy Orton. Somebody who's known for his methodical pace, picking people apart limb by limb.
And Josh Galvan out there supporting his brother, Chaos Galvan. Hoping to take it back to the Galvan School of Wrestling.
Yeah, you want to talk about family units? I mean, Chaos is another man who is a family-oriented man. He works with all his family. All his family are wrestlers, and they always come out and support each other. Or sometimes they even come out and they team together.
Hell, one time we even saw them come out and beat each other up. So
they've done it all, but he is also a family-oriented man, and he is not out there alone tonight against the Reds. Oh! Red Davis going low with the gut shot. Perfectly legal. Oh, and a standing suplex from Red Davis. And Red Davis, though he takes a lot of shortcuts, he doesn't always necessarily need to take shortcuts because he is also a very experienced and technical wrestler himself.
And that's the thing I really don't understand is that why Red Davis needs to have someone on his
something just happened. I think there was an image up on our screen, Mark Houston. Our commentary cut out.
Yeah, a lot of things seem to be going wrong right now with our camera, and
that was weird.
Yeah, but nonetheless, we're back into the action right now. Red Davis, Chaos Galvan, and like I was saying before, you know, it seems weird that he needs to be having people in his corner or needs to be doing all this kind of you know, sneaky stuff when Red Davis is an absolute beast in that ring, and you know, I think he just needs to go out there and just do his thing and
talk about beast. You also want to talk about Chaos Galvan taking control of this match from Red Davis. Oh, beautiful kick from Chaos. But yeah, like you said, Red Davis can more than hold his own, but he chooses to take shortcuts, which tells you about the character. Beautiful fisherman suplex from Chaos Galvan. And I don't know why he feels like he needs to take so many shortcuts. And then somebody that he beat on his first day here in EBW, Prince Pretty, now he's doing everything to duck that young man. And I just don't get it. Look at the going for the eyes of Chaos Child. Or Chaos Galvan. Oh! And almost got the victory off of it.
It's gonna take me a while to call him Chaos Galvan. I'm so used to calling him Chaos Child for like the longest time, but of course, respect to the name change.
Yeah, of course. You know, we don't do it on purpose, but you know, we're gonna get better. We're gonna remember. We're gonna remember. Look at that.
See, and look, and things like that. Red Davis does not need to do things like that. He had Chaos Galvan on the retreat already, so why do something like that? Just
just stacking the deck against every opponent that he has. And it's about time that we implement a Red's ban. Oh, Ushigoroshi! That was dirty from Red Davis. That was with the intention to injure Chaos Galvan. No, and Chaos kicks out. But yeah, he's just stacking the deck against every opponent that he has, making it impossible for anybody to take an advantage on him. And it's like, I would understand it if it was somebody, you know, maybe not as experienced as Red Davis, but it's somebody who can, oh, get the job done. Beautiful step up insecurity from Chaos Galvan.
Oh, and there it is.
Oh, house call. That's gotta be it. No, and Red gets out. We were almost had and new Mark Houston. And how fitting it would have been. Chaos, he can feel the victory. He can feel that he's closing in. Oh, he tries for the stop, but Red gets out of the way. He's measuring him. Oh, he tried for the Musaku knee. Oh! Both men down. Chaos Galvan with the desperation kick to the face. And he's crawling. He's crawling to the cover. And Red, I'm telling you, the guy is tough. The guy could go. He's got his entire family pretty much out there surrounding the ring to make sure that Prince Pretty, like he said, the 125-pound individual, making sure that that tiny individual can't get to Red Davis. But Chaos Galvan is looking like he's about to put away Red Davis. Oh, going for a double stop, but Red out of the way!
Oh!
Okay! Oh! He's got the cover!
Oh! Wow!
And Red Davis may have made a huge mistake by not hooking the leg. But he may not have had enough in the tank to get to the hook of the leg.
Vic, I'm gonna end your brother's career.
Oh, and Chaos Galvan! He's got him! What is he trying to lock in here? He's got a leg lock, some kind of a sharpshooter on the legs of Red Davis. And Red is trying to scratch and claw to the ropes. But Chaos pulling him right back in the center. And what's D-Lo doing? Come on, man. Get out of the ring. Get out of the ring. Keaton needs to send these boys to the locker room right now. Watch out. Josh Galvan. He said, take back your little brother. And Big Red is not a competitor, but Sako knee. No. Red Davis.
Big Red doing his best.
And Red Davis steals it.
What?
Off the distraction. Red Davis weasels his way out of another title match.
And I'm just trying to get over the fact that Big Red, you know, tried to step up to Josh Galvan and
he got back down hardcore. Yeah, Big Red is not a competitor and absolutely should not be trying to get into scraps with any of these boys. But here's the developing story. Red Davis and still world champion. All the odds were against Chaos Galvan tonight. Josh Galvan tried to do what he could. But he's only one person and the Reds are the Reds. And something's got to give here, Mark Houston. I'm talking about maybe a Reds ban from ringside or something. Something needs to happen because we can't keep seeing results like this from our world champion. He's representing the brand. He's representing EBW. And this is not how we want to be represented. But look at that. All the gold, though, for the Reds.
honest, shout out to that booth over there, not gonna lie. But I'm not gonna leave until I get my hands on Red Davis. So,
Stop being a bitch!
not right now. So,
I have something to say.
stop!
As your general manager.
You're never even here!
Doesn't matter.
Because this is still my show!
April 5th, Farm to Familia, Ruff Redemption. Prince Pretty, you want a title shot?
I do.
You got it, 2 out of 3 falls.
Let's go!
Deal with it.
Let's go!
That's what I'm talking about.
I'll see you at Ruff Redemption.
Explosive announcement!
That's what I'm talking about. Mike Flaherty. That's what I'm talking about. Mike Flaherty making things right. That's exactly what we need right now. Prince Pretty, Red Davis in that ring.
And Ruff Redemption, that means the co-main event of the night will be Prince Pretty taking on Red Davis for the World Championship in a 2 out of 3 falls match.
And that's beautiful work from Mike Flaherty. Look, people might say, oh, well, Pretty doesn't deserve it. Well, Pretty doesn't deserve it. What are you talking about if you have to say something like that? Pretty 100% deserves it. Red tapped out to Pretty in the triple threat match. And Pretty, ever since then, has tried again to get back into the title picture. And Red Davis has not let that happen. So does Prince Pretty deserve it? Yeah, 100%. Am I backing Mike Flaherty up on his decision? Yeah, 100%.
I mean, when you just think about it from a practical sense, if Chaos Galvan was #1 contender because he beat Prince Pretty and then he lost to Red Davis, naturally, Prince Pretty is next up in line, and I'm so happy Mike Flaherty has brought us just a little bit of justice here tonight.
And we'll see you at the next one, because the next one is going to be a 5-man ladder match for the Josh Ruff briefcase. The Ruff Redemption is coming up very soon, and I am stoked for that one, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be an absolute night.
You can't miss it, and I can't wait to see all of you there. We'll see you next time.